All right, greetings out there, NXT Universe. Ben Porter back with another review or the gist of the Great American Bash 2023. Now, this pay-per-view was way better than I had expected and anticipated originally. We had the first match off the books, like on the pre-show, be an 8-man tag match, which ended with Nathan Frazier just being a firecracker all over the place, and then Dragon Lee got the victory for their team. That was a great match to hype up and start the night. And then we have the opening first match of the night, which is the Gallus Boys taking on Tony D and Stacks, the family. And this match was just great out the gate. Really good story. I like the cinematic viewership that they showed before the matches tonight. It was really something different. Just made it a different feel, more like a movie. I kind of like that sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, but it was good. It worked out. The Gallus Boys were just dominating, just doing all they could, just be the rough and tough bruisers that they are. But Tony D and Stacks just were such a good team. Their family, they work so good together. They end up getting the upper hand and then hitting the APA style spinebuster for the 1-2-3. We have brand new NXT champions in the family, Tony D and Stacks, and I see really good things in the future for both these competitors. Nothing taken away from Gallus though. They tried, they did their best, but they just weren't good enough tonight. Maybe next time, maybe a rematch. We'll see. Gallus Boys were not on top. I'm sorry. And on to match number 2, which is Roxanne Perez taking on Blair Davenport. And this match was just a really good, like, street fight style, just brawl, and the way Blair Davenport jumped her from behind before the match started, and then the emotion of Roxanne Perez's sister in the crowd just made the ending moment so much better of this match. And they were hitting each other with chairs and the table, the splash through the table at one point. That was a big moment. And then we had the pop rocks onto the chairs where Roxanne gets the 1-2-3 and gets her revenge finally against Blair Davenport, who's been assaulting her for like months. So I love the fact that the family was there supporting her in her hometown of Texas. Really good stuff. And then the look on Booker T's face, sometimes there was one time during the match where Booker T got involved and he just did that look when Blair Davenport said something to him, and it's almost like, tell me she didn't just say that. Just good little stuff there just to add in. I loved it. On to the next match, which is Baron Corbin taking on Gable Stevenson. No, not Stevenson. Steveson now? Was it Stevenson before? Or am I just a little loopy? I don't know. Either way, how many times in the past have WWE tried to use the exact same gimmick and repackage it, and it has just not worked out well? I want to say the Ascension was a really big one where they tried that, it didn't work. There's a lot more, I just can't really think of them off the top of my head, but this was that exact example, and it really took me back to when, like, Kurt Angle and Vince McMahon were talking, and Vince McMahon told Kurt Angle, look, they're going to boo the heck out of you. They're going to boo you out of the building. They're not going to like you at all. And Kurt Angle said, Olympic gold medalists, they will love me. And Vince was right because they booed him out of the building, and this is almost the exact same scenario with Gable Steveson. Now, Gable Steveson gave his best, and I think he did a really good job of trying to fit with everything that was occurring and play off the crowd and everything, and then Baron Corbin is just such a veteran and such a good worker that he really carried this match. The end result ended up being the crowd was just really upset. They even actually chanted at one point, "You're not Angle," and I couldn't help but just laugh at that. You gotta love the NXT universe sometimes, or all the time. And this match ends with a double countout to the chagrin of the entire arena. Nobody's really happy. Gable Steveson has got some back to the drawing board moments he's got to do. We'll see what happens. But I just really like how he played with it and how he did his best in the crazy situation it was. So I got to give him props for that. And I got to give props to Baron Corbin for just taking care of the entire thing. You did the best, and your starness from being on Raw and main events, the pay-per-views and everything really showed through with the crowd in this match, because this match could have went completely different, but it went pretty good, I thought. I liked it. I thought it was a good match, even though there was like the crowd getting out of it. Either way, good match, double count out. And on to the next match, which was Dominic Mysterio defending the North American Championship against Wes Lee and Mustafa Ali and the Great Khali. just kidding. There wasn't the Great Khali, obviously. Too many Lees. Anyway, we have Wes Lee and Mustafa Ali have like their little back and forth, like to see who's better in the middle of everything. And then Dominic, of course, is being Dirty Dom, trying every dirty tactic, using Mommy, of course, at ringside to try to get every upper hand he can get, but it's just not working. Wesley and Ali are doing the best they can. Ali hits a satellite DDT that just looks like it just stuns the bejesus out of Dominic. Just crazy, or Wesley, it's just crazy looking DDT. You got to go back to watch that DDT. Great stuff. There's way better stuff later in the Carmelo match, and we have Dirty Dom end up using his tactics, of course, to get the distraction, and then he ends up hitting the frog splash for the 1-2-3 and retaining the North American Championship, thanks to Mommy, of course, who hit a riptide on Wesley through the announce table on the outside. Like, what a crazy moment I didn't expect at all. On to the next match, which was the women's submission match between Tiffany Stratton and Thea Hale of Chase U, of course, and Chase U was in her corner and doing the best to get her hyped up and keep her going throughout the whole match. Tiffany Stratton was showcasing her technical ability and her submission prowess she's been practicing, apparently, because she was pretty good. It was almost like it almost could see Shawn Michaels' influence on this match 100%. It seemed like an old school kind of John Cena, Shawn Michaels match to me. I don't know. That's just how I felt watching it. And the prettiest moonsault ever hits, but that's not enough because it's a submission match. And then she puts in the Boston Crab, locks it in super deep. And Thea Hale was trying all she could during this match to combat the offense and put in her submissions and doing everything she's learned. And she did a really, really good job, but it wasn't enough. Tiffany Stratton just was completely dominating with that Boston Crab, and she really locked it in with a single leg. And then they had to throw in the towel for Thea Hale. So unfortunately, Thea Hale didn't succeed, and we still have a women's champion, Tiffany Stratton. But congratulations to Stratton. You are on your way to being a super mega star. And on to the next match, which is the main event of the night, which is Carmelo Hayes defending the NXT Championship with Trick Williams in his corner, taking on the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. And I just got to step back for a second and just... This match, man, this match was just pure gold. I absolutely loved it. It was very slow at the beginning and very paced, but then once they started going, and there was some hard hits. Like, I could feel it through the television. There were some hard hits. Carmelo definitely finally got, like, he got his hardness tested. He was very tested in this match, and I think he definitely passed the test. And Dragunov too passed the main event test as well. So these two men just showed they had a lot to prove and they had a lot to gain, and they just did their best. And my God, when Melo caught that first 48 off the middle of the mid-air to Ilya Dragunov, it was just stunningly beautiful. And then when Melo hit the DDT from the backwards off of the ropes, I can't even explain it. He hit a DDT backwards from off the ropes in midair, and it looked like it just was the most devastating thing ever. And then the slaps from Dragunov to the face, and then the kicks to the face of Carmelo, and the chest was just so red. It was just brutal, man. But it was exactly what it should have been, and that's what NXT is all about. Is like bringing your A game and bringing the pain and doing the best you can to keep moving it through and just getting the crowd on their feet. The crowd was on their feet this whole match, the fight forever chance. That's how you know you're really, really doing a good job in there. And then at the end, they're really good. They're really close even this whole match. Dragunov's giving it his best, and that man just has like more passion than like anyone I don't know if I've ever seen. Like, he just really, really embodies passion in that ring. And I can't even explain how much he like is connected with the pain in the ring that's happening. Very, very strange, but just very good stuff. And we have Trick Williams actually get involved and actually distract Ilya Dragunov, and he gets a headbutt from Dragunov, and that little tiny opening allows Carmelo to finally, take advantage and hit the leg drop off the top for the 1-2-3, and Carmelo Hayes still NXT champion, but that was a close one. I didn't know if that's how the night was going to end. It was very, very back and forth, very, very close there. I really, really think Carmelo Hayes is on his way to great things. I think he'll be on Raw very soon, and I think him and Trick will be a great pair to move on up very soon. I think Dragunov might be on Raw very soon as well, because he is just a mad in-ring hatter. I can't even explain this guy. Like, just great. He's meant for the wrestling business for sure. His life is definitely meant to be in the wrestling ring. And I'm Ben Porter. I just wanted to quickly go over things because I really enjoyed the Great American Bash. And I really hope someone likes and subscribes this because I really enjoy it. So somebody else might enjoy it out there. Maybe not. I can't really control that anyway. But Ben Porter out. Have a great, wonderful day.
For the paradigm moves and screwing, grooving around it, dancing congruent, liquid, solid, and fluid, path ahead of the druid. Nike, just do it, no matter opinions of others. Give them all stunners, champions run here forever. No bums here, too clever. Sever doubt, then now and forever, ever, 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 ever.